What is going on, and welcome back to the Real and Raw Show. I'm your host, John Marrone, and today we are talking about what most agents suck at doing, and that is asking for the appointment, closing the deal. So let's first take a moment of ownership. Do you feel like you can get better at asking for the appointment? The answer should be yes, because we could always get at least a little bit better. But maybe you're somebody who's really suffering right now. Now, after coaching 11,000 agents and training 11,000 agents in scripting, in sales, and having the highest conversion rate in the industry over 5.5 years, I have found that I've heard great conversations, and so many times, unfortunately, I have heard a very hesitant close, lack of asking for the appointment, no matter how great the conversation went. This seems to happen over and over and over again. Now let's talk about why there's hesitation at the close, or why you're not good at closing. I've heard, hey John, I don't want to be that pushy salesman. So, I just don't really want to push them into it. Okay. I've heard, I built a good relationship with them. I don't want to ruin it and, push them away. Okay. I've also heard, I don't know how to ask for the appointment. Or I've heard, I'm scared to ask for the appointment. I'm nervous. I have anxiety over it. So let's break these down one by one. First, you already took ownership. You know you can get better at it. Are you the person right now that you don't want to be the pushy salesman? Let's play a scenario out. Are there agents in your marketplace that you feel like aren't good? They're not equipped to go ahead and help somebody in one of the largest transactions of their life? The answer is yes. If that client that you had a chance to work with decided to work with that agent, and that agent does something that creates a loss of funds for that client, frustration, disappointment, right? Massive stress for no reason, whatever it might be, right? Because that could happen. Would you be upset that you had a chance to help them not go through that and you didn't go ahead and actually ask for that chance? You should be, because there are agents out there that unfortunately aren't equipped enough to go ahead and bring somebody through a whole transaction with more effectiveness, a little bit more efficiency. And so you're sitting there and you don't want to be this forceful salesman. Well, let me tell you again, if you don't ask for the business, that bad, shitty agent could be asking for the business. They could get it, and then unfortunately something happened. And the other part of this is you don't want to be a forceful salesman. I'm going to give you a little line here at the end that's not forceful. Also, if you use our scripts, you know that it's not forceful because of the way we conduct our conversation. So you're not a forceful salesman, okay? Forceful salesmen, they use techniques, not confidence. They use these takeaways, right? The assumptive close, the reverse close, the negative close. And there are techniques that work, but I'm here to tell you, write this down, that confidence creates conviction. Conviction creates conversion. That's how you close more deals. So let's break down number 2. John, I had a great relationship with them and I just built it. I don't want to lose it. They are asking you without asking you to please allow me to work with you. And you and I both know if you do not ask for the appointment, then there is a much higher likelihood that they won't pick up the phone again for whatever reason. And the main reason is this: time kills deals. So you're wondering why your clients who you had a great conversation with are ghosting you. It's because you didn't ask for the appointment. And when you allow time, that creates fear, and that is what is killing your deals. So stop allowing time to kill your deals and ask for the appointment on that initial conversation with conviction, with confidence, and with care. Once again, if you want our scripts, it's very simple. Go ahead and DM me the word script, and we will get it for you. So number 3, you may be the person that is sitting there right now, and you are saying, John, I don't know how to ask for the appointment. Okay. Well, you got to stay tuned because I'm going to give you the top converting closing duo, would I say, script framework that's going to make you a ton of money. After I give you this reason on why people aren't closing, why they're not asking for the appointment. You are scared. You are nervous. And I get it, right? But going back to it, I'd be more scared of not creating the income that you said you wanted to create. That's going to make your quality of life suffer. That's going to stop yourself from having the experiences with your family that you need the money to go ahead and have. A mentor of mine once told me, if you don't ASK, you don't GET, right? And also, if you're scared, they're going to more than likely not say yes to the appointment because you're going to come off timid. You're going to come off unconfident, right? So you need to have the confidence that you have the worth that could help somebody during this transaction. And if you're a newer agent, if you're newer to sales, you need to have confidence that you got a team behind you, whether it's your coaching group, whether it's your brokerage, whether it's a group of agents that you network with that can help you through this process that will then gain you the confidence. Being scared to ask for the appointments, if you continue down this path, you will end the year with way less money you could have made, way less impact you could have made, and that is going to probably stop you from continuing down in sales. It's probably going to make you go get a 9-to-5. What are you scared of? John, what if they say no? Well, I'm here to tell you, if you don't ask for the business, they already told you no. Right? They already told you no. So if you don't ask for the business, you already got a no. Why do you think on my podcast every time I say, hey, by the way, go like and subscribe? Right? What do you think on my YouTube? I'm like, hey, go ahead and hit the bell. Make sure you guys are following, subscribing to our content. Because you got to repeatedly tell people what you need them to do. And so if you're scared to tell them what they need and what they should be doing, you are delaying the inevitable, which is less money you're making, less impact you're having on your clients, less impact you're having on your quality of life and your family's life. They already told you no without you saying, hey, would you like to meet? Without you asking for the appointment, they're already telling you no. And the greatest thing about a no is it actually gets you closer to your yeses. Here's a strategy I want you to do. I want you to understand how many no's, let me back up. How many no's does it take for you to get to a yes? And then I want you to ask yourself, what is my normal commission rate? So let's say your normal commission is $10,000. And it takes you 10 no's to get to a yes. That means every single no that you get is $1,000. So when you ask for somebody's business, they tell you no, instead of getting upset and all in your feelings, now you can go ahead and you can actually market that's a $1,000 no, which gets me closer. Another $1,000 no. And actually celebrate that no because you are facing the fear of rejection. You're overcoming this huge fear that you have and you're getting closer to the yes. Do you feel like when you are on your sixth no, your seventh no, and you are only 3 more no's away to get to that yes, you'd be more or less eager to ask for the business because you know you are inching closer to get a yes? So when you are doing your conversion rate, understand how many no's it takes to a yes. Put a number of how much each no is worth to you and get excited that you're getting that much closer to the yes. Celebrate that no because you're getting closer to the yes, and it's a moment that you overcame a fear of yours. And it will change the game for you. But what are you scared of? They say no. They don't want to work with you. No, it's either we didn't ask it the right way or you didn't add enough value. Right? That's one of the 2 reasons. You didn't ask for their business the right way or you didn't add enough value in the process. Right? And if they say no, you simply ask the question in a different way. So now let's talk about the last reason why. The last reason why you're not asking for the business. And this is, I think everybody has this issue of I don't know exactly what to say. Okay? I don't know what to say. So first thing, it doesn't matter as much as what you say as how we say it. We've talked about that plenty of times. But you got to have that confidence. You got to have that attitude. Something I always say is that closing is not a technique. Closing is an attitude. And if you build that attitude, they will close. But now let's talk about the words to say. Stop overcomplicating your close. Stop. It's not that hard. It's not. It goes something like this. When you got them at the peak of the emotion, right? Emotion creates motion. And in that moment, that's when I want to ask for their business. I see a huge mistake of this, where agents are building this emotion ladder. Oh, they got how many bedrooms, they got why, they have an emotion behind it. Then they start talking about bathroom, which the client doesn't really care about. They start talking about backyard, which maybe the client doesn't care about. They start talking about finances, which the client obviously is fearful of. And then you ask for the appointment when their emotion is at the lowest and their fear is at their highest. The answer is going to be no most of the time. I'm going to repeat that so you understand this concept. One of the biggest mistakes I see that agents make when asking for the appointment is that you get their emotion, you get why they really want to move, but then you start asking questions that don't tap into the heartstrings, right? You talk about the bathrooms, talk about, maybe the backyard or the kitchen. Then you ask about, hey, by the way, what's your price range? And that creates this fear in that client. Then you ask for the appointment. When the client has the least amount of interest, the least amount of emotion, and the highest fear, it won't work. You need to close at the height of the emotion, because remember, emotion causes motion. Once you set the appointment, then you can come back and get all the information that you still need in order to set up their search correctly and help them at the highest level. So once you get that emotion, this is what you do. Okay? They tell you what you want, tell you why they want it. Remember, we dig 3 whys for every what. We dig 3 whys for every what. And we say, hey, look, the next step in the process, it's super simple. Just go ahead and we're going to set up a quick 15-minute meeting. This way we can kind of show you our strategy and how we help people like yourself. But also we're going to bring a list of some hand-picked homes that make sense for you. So what works better for you? Are you thinking like weekdays or weekends? I'll do it one more time. Okay, we get a heated emotion and we say very key words. Hey, look, awesome. So look, the next step in the process is super simple. So I say next step in the process because people respect processes, right? So, and sometimes people don't even know the next step. This might be a brand new buyer who's never bought anything, right? We just closed a deal on a $2.6 million investment property. And guess what? The buyer didn't ever buy an investment property. Yes, it's the same as buying a home as far as the next step, but they didn't realize that. They don't know what else to do. So it goes like this. Get the heat of the emotion, right? You're at that peak. And you say, hey, look, the next step in the process, it's super simple. We're just going to set up a quick 15, 20-minute meeting. So this way we can show you our strategy and how we help people like you in your situation, but also bring you a list of some hand-picked homes that we think are going to fit your needs. So what works better for you, weekdays or this weekend? It's simple. It's very simple. Okay, one more time, and then I'm going to tell you what to do if they say no. Okay, so got them in heated emotion. You say, hey, look, awesome. Next step, it's super simple. We're just going to go ahead and set up a quick 15, 20-minute meeting. So this way we can kind of show you our strategy for people that are in your situation, but also we could bring you a list of some hand-picked homes. What works better for you, this weekend or weekdays? I'm going to repeat it one more time. I need it to be embodied in you. Hey, look, awesome. So look, the next step in the process, it's super simple. We just want to go ahead and set up a 15-minute meeting. So this way we can go ahead and show you our strategy, but also so we can bring you a list of some hand-picked homes. What works better for you, this weekend or weekdays? But you got to add your flavor to it, right? You got to add who you are. But did that sound forceful? Now, if it sounded like this, hey, look, the next step in the process, it's simple. We're going to set up a 15-minute meeting where we could show you our strategy and we could bring a list of handpicked homes. What works better for you, this weekend or weekdays? That sounds massively salesy, and I've heard it over and over again because people don't practice it. Versus, hey, look, awesome. The next step in the process, it's super simple. We're just going to set up a quick and easy 15-minute meeting. This way we can kind of show you our strategy and how we help people that are in your similar situation. But also we could bring you a list of some handpicked homes. What works better for you, this weekend or weekdays? Now, let's say they're like, all right, John, I just don't know if I'm ready. I'm going to give you the gold. I'm talking about like this is a $100,000 close, $200,000 close, $500,000. This is a close that will change the game for you. And listen how simple it is. They say no. You say, look, I totally get it. All right, I just want to make sure you got the right person with the right strategy for the right time. Does that make sense? I'll do it again. When somebody is hesitant to meet with you, you use the clarity close. You say, look, I totally get it. I just want to make sure you got the right person with the right strategy for the right time. Does that make sense? It's a logical close. They say, yeah, that makes sense. All right, look, I'm not going to ask you to go buy a house tomorrow or list your home tomorrow. I just want to make sure that you got somebody you trust in your corner when that time is right for you. Fair enough? Fair enough. All right, awesome. Then you set the appointment. But I don't rush through it. I'm not saying, hey, look, I just want to make sure you have the right person with the right strategy for the right time. Does that make sense? No. Slow it down. There are power in pauses. You tell them that you get it, that they don't want to meet with you. Then you slow it down. Look, I totally get it. I just want to make sure you got the right person with the right strategy for the right time. Does that sound fair? Does that make sense? Whatever kind of what we call momentum yes close or Sullivan nod close you want to use at the end. Does that make sense? Does that sound fair? So you go with the first one and let's play it all out. Got their emotion? You say, hey, look, awesome. The next step in the process, it's super simple. We're just going to set up a quick 15-minute meeting via Zoom or face-to-face, depending on your situation. So we can show you our strategy, but also bring you a list of some handpicked homes that kind of fit your needs and what you're looking for. So you thinking weekdays or weekends? What works better for you? You know, John, I just don't know if I'm ready right now. Okay, look, I totally get it. Look, I just want to make sure you got the right person with the right strategy for the right time. Does that make sense? Yeah, that makes sense. All right, awesome. Look, I'm not going to ask you to go buy a house tomorrow. I just want to make sure you got the right person in your corner during this transaction whenever that time is right. So what works better for you, this weekend or are you thinking weekdays are best? And I am telling you, after coaching and training over 11,000 agents, that right there, my friends, is going to be the game changer in your money, in your conversion, in your relationships, and it will create such a different conversion rate for you. We have the highest conversion rate in the industry, which is 33%, over 5.5, now come up on 6 years. If you want these scripts, I will give them to you. Got to DM me on Instagram at RealJohnMarrone. DM me on Instagram. Share this podcast out if you want. I always love for people to do that. But DM me and say the word scripts. I'll send it to you. And on top of that, here's what I'm going to give you. I will give you a bonus mini course that we have that we give to our clients. But I'll give it to you. It's a 2-part mini course on how to convert your leads. So we go through the entire script that we're giving you, but we break it down on why we do what we do and how we got the results that we got. So if you want those scripts and you want that free mini course, go ahead and DM me the word scripts and we will get it to you immediately. All right. Now, there are other parts of the close that we can go into. And I'll bring up one right now. Okay. Because I think a lot of people miss this. And that is that you set the appointment, but you don't send a calendar invite the right way. Some people just send it, right? And some people don't do it at all. So after you set the appointment, it goes like this, okay? Hey, look, do you use a calendar to run your day? Yeah, I do. Awesome, me too. If it's not on there, it doesn't get done. What's your best email for that? Oh, it's johnmarrone@gmail.com. Okay, awesome. Can you do me a quick favor? When I send over this invite, can you just click yes for me so it pops up on our calendars? Sure, we'll do. I just got them 3 times to say yes, and they confirmed a good email for me. So it goes like this. Hey, do you use a calendar to run your day? Yes, I do. Hand raised once. What is the best email for that? Just because they came in on a certain email, by the way, doesn't mean that's the best email for them. Oh, it's johnmarrone@gmail.com. Raise their hand twice. Awesome. I'm going to send you this link to go ahead and put on your calendar. Can you just hit accept or yes so that it pops up? Yeah, sure. 3 times they raise their hand that they will show up. Will the chances of them showing up go up or down? They're going to go up. Right? So make sure, and whether it's a phone call or it's a face-to-face or it is a Zoom, you do the calendar invite that exact way. And the last piece of this, and I'll let you guys run off with your day and DM me the word scripts, and I'll give it to you, is that if you are not doing a PS close, you're missing out. I love doing this at the end. Hey, by the way, before I let you go, I'm going to send you some things that are going on in our area and a few homes I think that might make sense for you just from now until our appointment on Tuesday. Does that work for you? Yeah, that works. Is text best to send that? Yeah, sure. So what's happening is I'm sending them lifestyle stuff. They told me that they like events. I'm going to send them the events that's happening here on 30A, right? Or they're going ahead and they want a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. I'm also going to send them some stuff like that. Not just homes. I'm sending them lifestyle stuff and homes. But from now until then, I am building rapport and they're not forgetting about me. Likelihood of them showing up or down? Up. Right? I call it the PS close. So don't forget that part either. So there you have it. The clarity close will make you more money. Confidence, that creates conviction, that creates conversion. Please do yourself a favor. You spent the time on the phone with them. You know you could help them. Ask for the appointment. They've already said no if you don't. So you might as well go ahead and actually ask them with confidence. And as I said before, if you want these scripts, DM me at Real John Marrone on Instagram or Facebook. If for some reason you don't have Instagram, which you should, hit me up on Facebook and DM me the word script, and I will get them to you. Our team will send you the scripts and the free 2-part mini course on our sales. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I appreciate it. Go take what you learned today, put it into action, share this out to your team, share this out on social media. Let people know that there is a closing line, there's a closing structure that is changing the game in real estate, and that it was heard here on this podcast. Tag me in it. I will reshare it as well. If you have any questions, let me know. You're interested in our coaching, when you DM me, let's talk about it. I want to make sure I get you guys clarity on whatever it is that you guys have questions on, that we're the right fit for you. But most importantly, go kick some damn doors down today and go take what is yours. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys next week.